Story time with Mom, story time with Dad. This is my favorite story time. Under the bed in my secret fort, and I'm gonna read. Hi everybody, hola ciao, good how, konnichiwa, bonjour. Hi everybody, we're reading Winnie the Pooh, and Tigger too. And this is the episode where Pooh goes to look for his best friend Rabbit and gets stuck in Rabbit's treehouse. You ready, everybody? Yeah? Okay, let's go. So Pooh was humming to himself and he walked around and he felt like somebody when he came into a sandy bank. In the bank was a large hole. Aha, said Pooh. I know anything about a hole means a rabbit, he said, and rabbit means company, and company means food, and listen to me humming. Oh, I love that. So he bent down to put his head in the hole and called out, hello, is anybody home? Then there was a sudden scuffling noise from inside the hole, and then silence. When I said, was anybody home? Anybody home? No, said a voice, and then added, you needn't shout so loud. I hear you quite very well, said the bunny rabbit. Oh, bother, said Pooh. Isn't there anybody here at all? Nobody, said the voice. Winnie the Pooh took his head out of the hole and thought for a while and thought to himself, well, there must be somebody here because somebody must have said nobody. So he put his head back in the hole and said, hello, Rabbit. Isn't that you speaking? I hear you. No, said Rabbit in a different sort of voice. No. But isn't that Rabbit's voice? Said Pooh. Oh, I don't think so, said Rabbit. It isn't meant to be. Oh, said Pooh. He took his head out the hole and had another think, and then he put it back in and said, well, could you be very kindly to tell me where Mr. Rabbit is? Oh, Rabbit has gone to see his friend Pooh Bear, who's a great friend of his. Oh, hello! But it's me! It's me! It's me! I'm Pooh Bear. I'm his friend. Oh, yes, it's me. What sort of me? Said the voice. Pooh Bear me, as in bear, as in me, Pooh Bear, his friend. Oh, are you quite sure? Said Rabbit, still more surprised. Oh, quite sure, said Pooh. Oh, well, then come on in, said the little rabbit. So Pooh pushed his way into the hole, and at last he got in. You were quite right, said Rabbit, looking him all over. It is you, Winnie the Pooh. So glad to see you, my dear friend. Come on down, sit down, have a little cup of tea. What did you think it was? Said Pooh. Well, I wasn't sure. You know how it is in the forest. One can't have anybody coming to his house these days. One has to be very careful. What about a mouthful of something? You never know who's knocking on your door. There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. I gotta be doubly careful because I don't own a ring. Which lets me know voice activation if it's my friend or not. Yeah, you gotta be very careful these days. And are you wearing a mask? Are you wearing gloves? Did you get your little Lysol spray? And then you can come in. Who always liked a little something about 11 o'clock in the morning. He was very glad to see Rabbit getting out the plates and mugs. Yeah, here, let me get out the plates and mugs and put on the tea kettle and warm up the tea. And oh, I got delicious cheese. No, this nice big jar of honey I got from the farmer's market. It's organic and it's raw and it's delicious. I always have this for my little friend Pooh Bear. When a rabbit said honey, would you like honey or condensed milk with your bread? He was so excited that Pooh was like, oh my goodness, I'd like both. Then not just to seem greedy, he added, but don't bother about the bread, please. I'm low in carbs right now, and I think I'm allergic to gluten these days. And after a long time after that, he said nothing until at last, humming to himself in a rather sticky voice, he got up and shook Rabbit lovingly by the paw and said, oh, this is the most delicious honey and tea and crumpets. Oh, here, Pooh, you must have some honey on the bread. Oh, I think I should, said Pooh, and he ate. But then he said, oh, Rabbit, I had such a lovely time with you, but I think I must be going. Oh, must you, said Rabbit politely. Well, said Pooh, I could stay a little longer if you... He tried to look very hard in the direction of the honey. Oh, as a matter of fact, said Rabbit, I won't be going out myself directly for a nice bunny hop. Oh, well then, I'll be going on. Goodbye, Rabbit. Well, goodbye, if you're sure you won't have any more delicious honey. Is there any more honey? Said Pooh quickly. Rabbit took the covers off the dish and said, no, there's not. You ate it all, Pooh. Oh, yeah, it was so good. I couldn't help myself, said Pooh Bear. Well, goodbye, you must be going, my dear friend Rabbit. So he climbed down the hole and he pulled on his front paws and pushed his back paws, and his nose was out in the open again, out of the hole in the tree. Then his ears and his front paws and his shoulders, and then, uh-oh, I think I can't wiggle through the hole. Oh, I think I'm stuck. Oh, help, said Pooh. I can't get out of the hole. Well, maybe I better go back into the rabbit's house. Oh, bother, said Pooh. I shall have to go on. I can't do either, Pooh. Oh, help and bother. Pooh was stuck in the hole of Rabbit's house. He couldn't go out the hole, and he couldn't come back in. Now, by this time, Rabbit wanted to go for a walk, too, to go for a hop. I really need to go on for my bunny hop today. And finding the front door full of Pooh Bear, he went out by the back door and came around to Pooh, hopping, and looked at him. Oh, hello, Rabbit. I think I ate too much. And look at me, my belly expanded, and I can't get out of your house. Oh, you're stuck, said Rabbit. No, said Pooh carelessly. I'm just resting and thinking and humming to myself. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. He didn't want to know that he was stuck. Here, give me your paw, said Rabbit. Pooh Bear stretched out his paw, and Rabbit pulled and tugged and tugged and tugged. You are really stuck, Pooh. Ah! cried Pooh. Oh, you're hurting me. The fact is, says Rabbit, you are stuck, Pooh. You are like a cork in a bottle. You're really stuck. Oh, it all comes, says Pooh crossly, of not having a front door big enough for your friends. It all comes, said Rabbit sternly, of eating too much. I thought at the time, Rabbit, only didn't like the same thing, said Rabbit. That was one of us was eating way too much, and I knew it wasn't me. Well, you ate too much, so it's your fault. You're stuck in my door. Well, I'm going to go and fetch Christopher Robin then, Pooh. Oh, yes, please do, said Pooh. And Christopher lived at the other end of the forest, and so Rabbit hopped all the way to Christopher Robin's house. Christopher Robin! Christopher Robin! A little emergency. We need your help. Oh, gosh. Silly old bear. Oh, Rabbit said, here, come help. Pooh, he's stuck in my hole of my house. He ate too much honey. Oh, silly old bear. So they ran back to the Rabbit's house and found Pooh stuck in the tree hole. Oh, he's just beginning to think, said Pooh, sniffing slightly, that Rabbit might never be able to use his front door again, and I should hate that, he said. So should I, said Rabbit. You shouldn't eat too much. Look at your big belly. Use his front door again? Of course he'll use his front door again. Good, said Rabbit. Thank you, Christopher. Can you help? Now, come on, push. Get him out of the way. Come on. I have like Mrs. Rabbit coming over to visit, and I gotta look really sharp and clean up the house. And Pooh. Let's get Pooh out of here. Well, if you can't pull out Pooh, we might push you back. Rabbit scratched his whiskers and thought and said thoughtfully and pointing out, when once Pooh was pushed back, of course, nobody was more glad to see Pooh than he was still there, but living in the tree and lived underground. You mean I'll never get out, said Pooh? Oh, I mean, said Rabbit, that having got so far, it seems a pity to waste it. Christopher Robin started. Then there's only one thing to be done, he said. We shall have to wait for you to get thin again. Oh, how long does it take to get thin, said Pooh anxiously. Well, maybe I can do my exercises and touch my toes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, I'm tired. About a week, I should think. But I can't stay in Rabbit's house for a week yet, said Rabbit. Pooh can't stay in my house for a week. I've got guests coming. I got like a very special lady rabbit coming. Yeah, come on. Can you hurry up and exercise? Come on, chop. Keep moving those legs up. Pooh, come on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Move those legs up. Twist that waist. Twist. Come on. Oh, you can stay here all night, silly old bear, but I'm getting you out out, which is so difficult, said Rabbit. Well, read to you, said Rabbit cheerfully. And I hope it won't snow, he said. And I say, old fella, you're taking up a good deal of room in my house. I can barely move around. Oh, I don't have enough blankets for you. Do you mind if I use your back legs as a towel horse? I mean, they're doing nothing. They'd be very convenient just to hang the towels on them. You're going to hang towels on my back legs? Oh, gosh. Well, you can make a nice table, too. I can put my plate and cups into. Oh, weak, said Pooh gloomily. What about meals? I gotta eat. I'm afraid no meals, said Christopher Robin, because I'm getting thin quicker, but we'll read to you. Bear began to sigh. Oh, Pooh, oh, bummer. Then found that he could, because he was so tightly stuck, a tear rolled down his eye as he said, then would you read a sustaining book that would help comfort a wedged bear in great tightness? Could you read Jack the Bear and Golden Hair by Sir Herbert Sneaky? Oh, said Christopher Robin, that's a great book. Let's read to you Jack the Bear and Golden Hair. And the bear doesn't get stuck anywhere, does he? No, but he gets kidnapped by the evil Queen Manethia. And then all the animals have to work together with Golden Hair to go to the dark part of the forest and overcome those sneaky wolves, Sizzle and Drizzle and Striker, and overtake the Queen Manethia and save all the animals. And Golden Hair's shiny bright hair helps them. Oh, that's such a great story. So Christopher Robin read the book, and Winnie the Pooh felt himself getting skinnier and skinnier and slender and slender. And at the end of the week, Christopher Robin said, now let's push him out. So Christopher Robin pulled on Winnie the Pooh's arms, and Bear pushed his back legs. So he took hold of Pooh's front paws. A rabbit took hold of Christopher Robinson, and all of Rabbit's friends and relations took hold of Rabbit, and they all pulled together. Pull, pull, tug, come on, push. And for a long time, Pooh always said, ow, oh. And all the rabbits and piglets and all their friends pulled and tugged. And suddenly he said, pop, just as if you were a cork coming out of the bottle. And Christopher Robin and Rabbit and all his friends fell backwards, head over heels, on top of them. And Winnie the Pooh came out free. So with a nod of thanks to his friends, he went to walk around the forest, humming proudly to himself. But Christopher Robin looked at him lovingly and said to him, you silly old bear. I know I love honey, and Rabbit has the best honey, and you're my best friend, Rabbit and Christopher Robin. Wasn't that a cute story? We did 2 stories in this podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Take a second to subscribe and like and download the podcast and give us a nice 5-star review. And would like to make a donation, PayPal me anonymous content, or buy me coffee stickies. Thank you so much. And make sure you subscribe to Storytime Fun, our YouTube channel, and watch some cool videos for kids, like those cool videos called The Stings. Oh, yeah.